For 7 years of marriage, she never bought herself a single new outfit. But that day, after being ruthlessly kicked out of the house by her husband, she took his card and swept through every luxury store in the mall. The high-end items she once didn't dare glance at, she bought them all without hesitation. Dressed head to toe in elegance, she walked confidently into the club and ordered over a dozen male models in one go. Meanwhile, the man saw the massive spending on his card. His face darkened instantly. He stormed into the club, furious, demanding answers. But he didn't know. This was the final lesson she planned to teach him before leaving. No one knew. This gentle, quiet woman once had $1 million annual income. She gave it all up for the family, chose to be a full-time wife, took care of his parents, raised their child, held the whole household together in silence. Until that day, when she suddenly collapsed on the street. The doctor's verdict was cold. Late-stage lung cancer. At most, 6 months to live. She returned home in fear, only to be cursed by her mother-in-law for failing to pick up her son from school, then got blamed because her sister-in-law's clothes got wet in the rain. Most ironic of all, her husband brought his first love home openly and ordered her to make soup for his mistress. Standing in the kitchen, soaked from the rain, she still had to serve her rival. When she finally asked her husband if he was blind to her miserable state, her mother-in-law snapped, accusing her of being cruel, saying she didn't deserve to stay in that house. That's when she truly woke up. 7 years of sacrifice. In their eyes, she wasn't even worth as much as a maid. Her son said she was naggy, that he liked the sweet-talking auntie more. He even said he wished that woman could be his new mom. In that moment, all the blame and rejection came crashing down. She couldn't take it anymore and flipped the dinner table. Her mother-in-law screamed, asking if she had gone mad. She walked over, smiling coldly, and finally said aloud the fury she had buried for years. Her sister-in-law stepped out, wearing a $1 million dress, mocking her low background, telling her to know her place. Without a word, she grabbed scissors and shredded the dress. In the chaos, she accidentally cut her sister-in-law's hand. The sister-in-law yelled for her brother to punish this bitch. That word lit the last flame in her. She stormed up and slapped her husband across the face. Her mother-in-law shrieked, telling her son to file for divorce immediately. She agreed without hesitation, said she'd sign on the spot, as long as they split everything 50-50. The man thought she was bluffing, playing hard to get, trying to win his attention back. He would never understand that the moment he brought another woman home was the moment she gave up completely. As she turned to leave, her son blocked her path, threatening to tell everyone she was a terrible mother if she dared walk out. She didn't even look at him. She had given everything to raise him, but never received even a shred of understanding. With death looming, she decided to grant them their wish. Let them call the mistress mom. From now on, she would live for herself. The moment she walked out of that house, she stepped into the mall and began spending wildly without looking back.